After finishing her meal at a popular eatery, Lara suddenly felt an intense urge to use the restroom. She quickly asked a waitress for directions and was shown the way. Unfortunately, when she arrived, the restroom was already in use. Lara tried to hold on, but the discomfort became unbearable. Nearby, she noticed a swinging door that appeared to lead to the kitchen. Curious and desperate, she gently pushed the door open to take a look. What she saw inside made her heart sink and her stomach twist in disgust. The kitchen was in a terrible state. Dirty plates and cooking utensils were stacked carelessly beside the stove. Uncovered raw meat lay on a table, swarmed by flies. The cooks looked unkempt, hair messy, apron stained and clearly unwashed for a long time. The floor was grimy, and rats scurried freely across it. Then Lara noticed the head cook, an overweight woman wearing a sleeveless dress. Her teeth were badly discolored, and her armpit hair was thick and unhygienic. To Lara's horror, the woman scratched her armpit with the same spoon she was using to stir a pot of soup. Without washing it, Lara felt nauseated. Holding her stomach, she covered her nose and mouth to block the foul smell. She rushed back into the dining area, paid quickly, and hurried outside, where she vomited everything she had eaten. She left the restaurant shaken and disappointed. Lara had grown up relying heavily on food vendors and restaurants. Cooking was never part of her upbringing. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Okri, were constantly busy with work and business. They had 3 children, Lara, Muna, and Ifinanya, but paid little attention to household routines. As children, they were given money to buy food at school and later at roadside vendors near their home. Dinner was always bought outside before their parents returned late at night. No one taught Lara how to cook, and she grew accustomed to eating out. Later in life, after graduating and being posted to a new town for work, Lara met Nkiru, her colleague and housemate. Unlike Lara, Nkiru preferred cooking at home. She often encouraged Lara to reduce her dependence on restaurant food, explaining that home-cooked meals were safer and cheaper, but Lara dismissed her advice, sometimes responding rudely. Nkiru eventually stopped insisting, choosing peace over argument. One evening after work, a well-dressed and confident man named Chinedu approached Lara and Nkiru. He asked to speak privately with Lara and expressed interest in her. They exchanged contacts and soon began dating. Chinedu was a successful businessman who loved taking Lara to expensive restaurants. However, one day he visited her apartment and realized she couldn't cook at all. Though Lara was beautiful and elegant, Chinedu was deeply disappointed. Without trying to understand her background or encourage growth, he quietly withdrew from her life. Some weeks later, Lara discovered a newly opened restaurant near her office. It looked classy, clean, and surprisingly affordable. She became a regular customer and even ordered home deliveries. One afternoon, while eating, she noticed a dead cockroach buried in her meal. Not long after, Lara fell seriously ill. She was hospitalized with severe diarrhea and fever. The doctor explained that she had contracted a dangerous bacterial infection caused by consuming contaminated food. She narrowly survived because she sought medical help on time. After her discharge, Nkiru took care of her and ensured she ate home-cooked meals. But once Lara recovered, she returned to her old habits and, shockingly, continued eating from the same restaurant. Within weeks, she was hospitalized again. One weekend, Lara returned to the restaurant and pretended to look for the restroom. Instead, she explored the building and found the kitchen. What she saw confirmed her worst fears. It was just as filthy as the first restaurant she had encountered. Suddenly, everything made sense. She realized that many restaurants that looked clean on the outside might hide terrible hygiene practices behind closed doors. That evening, Lara returned home ashamed and regretful. She finally understood Nkiru's warnings. A new beginning. That same day, Lara made a firm decision to change. She cleaned her kitchen, bought cooking utensils, searched for recipes online, and went to the market to buy ingredients. When Nkiru returned home, she was stunned to find Lara cooking. Together, they prepared a simple meal. It wasn't fancy, but it was clean, healthy, and made with care. For the first time, Lara ate with peace of mind.